So Demetrius, I've actually been showing the LVT to a lot of my clients, and they've really been liking it in the commercial arena, but they've been talking a lot about this WPC for the residential side. So what's the difference between LVT and LVP, and what is WPC?
It's a great question. Well, the misconception is when it comes to WPC is a lot of people think WPC means waterproof core. The reality is the abbreviation stands for wood plastic composite. Okay? And so the feature and benefit of a WPC floor in comparison to a vinyl floor is that it goes down a whole lot quicker in a fraction of the time. It's extremely forgiving, less likely to telegraph the substrate of existing floors. Let's talk about it and let's show what we're discussing. So we had that vinyl plank. If you could grab that over there, and if you could show the customers, with vinyl, it's extremely flexible and once again shows all the imperfections in your substrate. So if you had an existing tile floor, all the deltas between the tile and where the grout lines were will telegraph over your product, so you'll see every little bump, nook, and cranny on a vinyl floor. The difference is, you see how pliable this is? Here's your WPC product. There's more content in the core, all right? It's more rigid, okay? More forgiving. So you can put it over an existing floor and it will not telegraph the substrate like an LVT floor would, okay?
Oh, wow, that's huge.
So you see how durable, okay?
Absolutely.
It's thicker core, so less likely to show indentations when you drop or have heavy rolling traffic on top of it also, if you go with the right product. And once again, it goes down in a fraction of the time. With LVT, if you're a glue down option, you have to prep the floor, make it glass-like, put down the adhesive, put it down, and then with a LVT floor, that's a floating LVT option, you have to put down the pad, the adhesive, glue it here to the floor, and then put down the LVT floor as well. This right here, you just drop it, lock and click, and it goes down in literally half the time. So when you have a floor and you don't want to invest all the money into prep work, you want to put it down in a fraction of the time, and it's also more user-friendly. So if it's a do-it-yourselfer, odds are this will be a whole lot more user-friendly when it comes to that do-it-yourself client. So that's why you hear more and more clients asking for WPC over the LVT arena.
Oh, okay.
All right. You know, let's talk about Mohawk Solidtech. Okay. So that's what we're really here to discuss today, is the features and benefits and what Mohawk's done to make this WPC product more advanced when it comes to features and benefits. Let's do that.
So everyone's talking about WPC. A lot of my clients are talking about WPC, but I heard Mohawk has something called Solidtech, which is actually SPC. What's the difference between WPC and SPC?
Those are great questions. So WPC, essentially what we discussed earlier, is a wood plastic composite, okay? And what they do is they whip up a foam and they put, some manufacturers will use scrap or bamboo shards, and they'll take a foam and inject the two of them together, and that's what the core will be made of, okay? Other manufacturers are advancing their product and giving it a higher density. What they're doing is taking that same foam, whipping it up like a whipped butter, okay? And they're putting limestone, injecting limestone into the foam as well, okay? To give it a higher density and make it a little bit more rigid as far as durability is concerned, lessening the likelihood of telegraphing the substrate and allowing impressions from heavy furniture. So there's definitely been advancements in the WPC products over the grand scheme of its life, which is approximately about 5 or 6 years now, okay? Well, SPC, though, you asked about, and what's the difference between WPC, SPC? So SPC stands for solid plastic composite, okay? So the core of an SPC product has more content and less air pockets, because once again I said they whip the foam and then they create the core with WPC.
Got it.
With an SPC product, and currently Solidtech is the only product on the market that has SPC, is SPC certified, okay? And what Mohawk does is they put more content and take the air out of your core of your SPC product. And in the end, that's the feature. The benefits are simply, I guess you would imagine, less likely to telegraph the substrate as well, and a much higher density and better impact load resistance as well. But more importantly, one of the major issues with these WPC products, being that there's so many air pockets in the core of the product is cupping in direct sunlight. When the floor heats over 100 degrees, 110 degrees, you'll find that it cups, as in the illustration that we have right here. So currently, the Solidtech product is the only product that is commercially rated for cupping in direct sunlight. Kind of a big deal if you're in applications where down the shore, you have a skylight where there's direct sunlight, or retail, or Main Street commercial, you have a retail store and there's direct sunlight all day. What we find is there's a high rate of failure in those applications because these WPC products have a tendency, once again, to cup, as shown in the illustration here. This is the same thing. You have your Mohawk Solidtech, which is lying totally level. Once again, because there's more content in the core, creating a more level and sound product. Okay. Also, the Solidtech product is the only SPC WPC product in the market today that's commercially rated for expansion and contraction as well. Dimensional stability, paramount in any commercial application. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
Also, impact load resistance as well. Okay. And what you'll see here is an image of a WPC product, and this is a ASTM F1914 certification, where what they do is they drop a heavy object on the surface of the WPC floor. And if more than 8% of the surface or the body of the product is damaged by the impact of the weighted object, it is not commercially rated for impact load resistance, dropping heavy objects, long story short. Okay? With every other WPC product, when the weight is dropped on the surface of those floors, it literally damages 15% of the surface of the WPC floor.
Wow.
When it came down to the Solidtech floor, I have it all documented right here, and you can do your research. You'll find that the Solidtech product only showed 5% damage to the surface. And why do you believe that is?
Because there's more content in the core.
Absolutely. So you have a higher density in the core, lessening the likelihood of showing impact or indentations from the impact of, once again, from heavy objects hitting the floor. Let's back it all up though. Let's prove it. And if you would take a look. This is a let's make everything level here. Okay, and here's a WPC floor, and here's Mohawk Solidtech floor, and you can easily see all the air pockets in the core of our competitor's product. Okay, and they put commercial ratings on it, but the ratings are only as good as the paper they're written on. Okay, this is truly certified, ASTM certified for commercial and residential usage. Okay, the only WPC SPC product in the industry today. Now, can you see that there's no air pockets in the core of the SPC product? Once again, solid plastic composite. No air pockets, higher density, less likelihood of cupping in direct sunlight, expansion, contraction, and indentation from heavy loads dropping on it. But one of the major issues that you find with WPC today is, even though it's supposed to be extremely resistant to telegraphing the substrate, it can and will if the surface is not totally true. Okay, glass-like. All right, it has more play than an LVT floor, but not 100%. This SPC product, way more forgiving. Okay, let's talk about heavy furniture lying on the surface, a desk, rolling traffic. Okay, being that it has more content in the core, you're less likely to see impressions from heavy furniture or rolling traffic as well. All important factors when we're talking about the commercial arena. Okay, now what I want to do is show you why the product is really, really, really popular in when it comes down to installation. Okay, literally the Mohawk Solidtech floors, due to the Uniclick multi-fit locking system, can be and will be installed 30% quicker than any WPC product on the market. Anyone could do it. You could do it. I could do it. I'm going to show you in a few minutes how it's done. What are your thoughts?
Wow, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
All right, let's do it. Come on. All right. So now that we've discussed the features and benefits of SPC in comparison to WPC, let's talk about or demonstrate why the Solidtech product is more advanced when it comes to ease of installation and disassembling as well. Okay. Well, the main reason is that we have Unilin's Uniclick multi-fit installation locking system. Okay, that's a lot to bite in one breath. So remember, I showed you in the video, there's a little plastic mechanism on the end of the board that clicks when the product is fully engaged. Okay, that's this right here. Okay, And so when I install the plank, sometimes you hear the click, most of the time you'll hear it. I've done this demonstration with this board like 10, 15 times already. So the clicking mechanism does lose its ability to make sound after it's been used multitude of times. So if you would come closer, you'll see why the Solidtech product installs 30% quicker than other WPC floors. Let's watch. So you take your plank and you simply insert the tongue and groove together. Okay, that's easy enough. Then you take your additional plank and quite simply all you do is stick it in the tongue and groove, slide, drop, and that's how complicated it is to install this product. And then you put your additional planks, stagger them out, and here we go. So I am not a professional installer, if you haven't noticed, but yet I'm putting it down with the greatest of ease. The neat thing about the Uniclick multi-fit locking system, once again, is the fact that water cannot penetrate to the seams, unlike other WPC products as well. So if you have an application, let's say where there's a dog bowl and the dog is drinking excessive amounts of water, water will not penetrate to the seams. You have a break in, let's say your refrigerator, your ice maker. Let's say you have a bathroom application. Water cannot penetrate to this locking system. It is the most advanced when it comes down to ease of installation. Literally goes down 30% quicker. So let's just say one thing we can't buy in life is what? Time. So an 8-hour installation with every other manufacturer's WPC product essentially turns into a 6-hour installation. And a 4-hour installation essentially becomes a 3-hour installation, because once again, the ease of installation. Okay, 30% savings, and that's your Uniclick multi-fit locking system. So now that you have a stronger appreciation for how easy it is to install the Solidtech floor, let's talk about the front and the back of the product. Okay, well, once again, as we said earlier, what Mohawk did was take something that's amazing like WPC and improved upon it, not only in the core with more content to give you superior dimensional stability, lessen the likelihood of cupping in direct sunlight, and higher impact load resistance, ease of installation for the most advanced installer or a novice installer, first timer, but more importantly, we addressed some of the other issues that we were finding in the WPC arena. One of them was stain resistance. So what we have here is a permanent marker, and I'm going to take an existing WPC product and I'm going to make a mark on it, okay? And then I'm going to make the same mark on the Solidtech product. And if you zoom in, what you can see is literally the black marker, the permanent marker, really didn't even take to the Solidtech product. And the reason is that our competitors' products, what they have is you have your core, you have your high definition print layer, you have your urethane wear layer, and then sometimes you'll even have an enhanced wear layer that resists scratching and stain resistant. It gives you superior stain resistance attributes as well. So what we did is we looked at these products and we looked at, they were discoloring when animals were having accidents on them, okay, because urethane is porous. When you leave your house and you leave your dog alone sometimes, they'll have an accident on the floor. So what we did is we put an enhanced wear layer that is not only almost stain proof, okay, literally stain proof, but more importantly, odor resistant as well. So great for commercial applications, stain soil resistance, but more importantly, odor resistance for households as well. So let's show you how easy it is to remove stains and how the enhanced wear layer works. So once again, here's our competitor's product, and nothing on my hand. I'm going to simply just abrase the surface of the floor, and you'll see the black permanent marker does not come off the surface of the competitor's product. Okay, no good, children. Have a little fun. You're going to have to replace those planks. Now with the Solidtech product, you can literally see the black marker stain literally almost disappeared on its own. But what I'm going to do is just abrase it with my thumb, and you'll see like it never happened. So that's not only stain resistance, but more importantly, that's odor resistance. So once again, pet friendly and family friendly, and for commercial applications, stain and soil resistance friendly as well. Great. Now let's talk about what the advancements Mohawk made in reference to the backing of the product, because the backing is the life of the product as well. So our competitors use a core cushion, which is amazing. It's extremely water resistant, keyword resistant, okay? So what Mohawk, and also you cannot commercially rate ASTM certified a cork backing. So what Mohawk did was took our product to the next level, and what we did was attach a polyethylene cushion. Polyethylene has a higher density than cork, less likely to disintegrate with rolling heavy traffic or just applications where there's a tremendous amount of traffic, commercial applications. But more importantly, higher density, better sound absorption, and 100% hydrophobic. Hydrophobic means it just repels and will not absorb any moisture whatsoever. So if you have a basement application, and God forbid you have a flood, with cork backing, if someone were to tell you, well, cork doesn't absorb moisture, well then ask them, when's the last time you drank a bottle of wine? And when you open up that bottle of wine and it's a Merlot or a Cab, what color is that cork? It's red. And why did they use cork? Because cork expands when there's moisture, okay? This product will never absorb moisture. If it is submerged underwater, you can literally just simply, as I showed you earlier, disassemble the plate, stack them, let your substrate dry. Once your surface is dry, okay, you can literally put the product down like it did the first time it was installed. Amazing, hard to believe, but true. Okay, so that's pretty much all there is when it comes down to features, benefits. We talked about dimensional stability, higher density in the core. We discussed superior wear layer, stain and odor resistance. We talked about ease of installation, installs 30% quicker than any other manufacturer's WPC product with the drop multi-fit locking system. Now let's talk about what really sells product, design, okay? And God, is this product design driven, okay? So the entrance level comes without an attached cushion. The dimensions of the planks are 6 by 49, okay? You have 8 color options, all right? And it's a 6 plank repeat. So what that means, if you would, Gary, show the visual of our planks on the floor. That means for every 6 planks, you'll get a repeat of that knot in that spot for every 6 planks. So it really gives you that natural aesthetic of a real wood floor, okay? And our competitors' maximum is an 8 plank repeat, but most of their products are 6 plank, 5 plank repeats as well. Okay, great. So once again, dimensions 6 by 49, and 8 colors to choose from, no attached cushion. And when it comes to coloration, mild to no color variation. So all the planks in relation to variation in color will all be relatively the same from top to bottom. Now let's get a little more advanced, okay? We move from a tailored plane model to our rooted model. The rooted model comes with 4 colors, as you see right here, okay? Now what happens with the rooted model is that you go from a 6 plank repeat to a 10 plank repeat, being way more design driven and way more sophisticated in design elements. So for your higher end clients, this is this option is way more popular. Now let's talk about coloration. With the rooted model, you'll get a mild color variation, but all within the same family. Okay, so a moderate color variation, 10 plank repeat, but also what we do is have a more sophisticated design element because the planks are wider. We go from a 6 wide plank to a 7 wide plank, like 49 inches in length, okay? Also, what you get with the rooted model is that premium attached polyethylene cushion, okay? So no cushion on the entrance level, attached cushion with the rooted model. And then for those clients that want the most fashionable design-driven product, you have the rooted variations model. And what's the difference here? Once again, it's a 7-inch by 49-inch plank. You have the attached cushion, but you move from a 10 plank repeat to a 15 plank repeat, which gives you that really rustic barn wood aesthetic. So if you take a look at the visual here to give you a stronger appreciation for what we're talking about, you have a strong color variation. So literally you'll go from dark brown to light brown, where it'll look like a natural barn grade product, okay, which is very, very popular in larger homes today, or let's say hair salons, retail stores, etc. Or you can go with the other option, which has a variance of gray to taupes throughout, okay? So that's your Solidtech SPC product. We really appreciate Fashion Carpets for allowing us this opportunity to discuss the advancements of vinyl flooring from its inception to vinyl planks to WPC and now the SPC. Thank you for your time and have a great day.